Right, here we are. So just gone 20 past 9. I'm up on top of a big hill at the moment, a beautiful autumn morning. About 11 degrees. I'm going to make my way down through this bush here for about 200 metres till I get to the river, which I'll cross over and head through some more scrub and that for another kilometre, and then I'll hop in and have a fish. And I'm not all that far from home, 15 minutes from home. This is the hardest part of the trip, is going down through this bush to the river, and then when you're finished, coming right back up it. So let's hope we get it. I hope it's all well worth it anyway. Well, I'm just in the middle of the river and crossing over actually, and autumn colours are all setting in along here, the willows. And it's been a few months, probably supposed to be a good 2 months, 2.5 months since I've been up and fishing here. Getting across the river wasn't all that good. It's a massive bottle tree's been washed down, I think some time back. The river bottom hasn't changed, it's still just in disgusting condition, it's still just slimy brown crap all over it. We'll see how we go down further. I'll get into the fast water runs and let's hope we can pick up some trout in there. I'm going to start off with Aglia furia today and see how we go with that, but I've still got to get across this river behind me here. So, like I said, I'm only halfway across, and I've got a good kilometre or so walk to where I'll start fishing. Here's a good flow in the river. It's a bit of a light tannin colour. It's been nice, still good and clear enough. I've fished darker waters than this before. It certainly looks fishy, but I said that before about this area up here and the upper reaches of this river. So we'll just have to wait and see. I'm about halfway to where I'm going to hop in the river. And we'll see how we go once I get in there. It's run a bit higher. I reckon it's up by about 4 or 5 inches. And there's an ice, as you can see on the other side over there. There's a lovely little side water, or backwater if you want to call it that, running down along that other riverbank on the back there. And that comes back into the river, and that's always worth flicking a lure into. So I'm looking forward to today, just a change to get back into a bigger river for been so long. Alright, well, I'm at the river. I've got to cross back over again. It is run up a bit higher. I can't see the bottom out there. You can see it just here though, only probably because of the tannin colour out there, but this is exactly about where I cross over that. You can see a little boulder just near the riverbank there showing its head. Well, while it's still showing its head, it's still safe enough to cross over. I just have to take very careful because there is a build up, a good strong flow coming through here. So anyway, we'll get across there and then make my way up the river and see what we can do. I'm not sure, I may head downstream first and have a little fishing. There's a decent pool down there, I may have a crack at that first. There's beautiful water here. I've been working that opposite river bank where it's pretty flat and there's a bubble line going all along it, and been casting and letting the lure come out and drift with the flow here right down along here, and not one sign of a fish. Not even a rainbow. Normally you get a rainbow trout in this pool here. Yeah, not a touch. So hope this is not a sign of things to come. Alright, I fished all the way up through there. Use Aglia furia, a rainbow pattern Aglia and a fluoro. Now I've got a gold black mesh black furia on the size 0. And I'm working my way up through this fast water. Until now, there's not been a sign of a trout. Nothing. You can't even manage to hit and miss. So we've still got plenty of water ahead of us. And there's that little side water over there to my right. I'm just about to hit that now and give that a go. But before I do, I'm just going to fish a little bit of flat water in the middle of that fast water there. And hopefully I'll pick up a trout there of any luck. Still some good water ahead. Just have to wait and see what happens. Oh, finally just got our first trout. Only a little tacker. Only just hooked. And that was taking a direct cast right up in, I'm in this little side water on that left hand riverbank, little flat spot up there by the tea trees. Yeah, he took it on the retrieve there, so we'll get him off. Lovely condition, just the same as only a little tacker. Still, fish is a fish, I always say. Alright, there you go. There you go. We're nearly going to change that little gold black fury then too and go for a March brown, but I'll stick to it for now. Alright, just got a second one. A bit bigger this fish. Another nice little one. Only just hooked in the top jaw. That was taken with a cast up there on that right hand side. Bit of flat water. And had a little bump and a hit, and then he just took it hard and fast in the end. But we'll get him off. As you can see, he's just hooked in that jaw, top jaw there. So we'll get him off and let him go. Alright, he's going to be on his way. There he goes. He's off. Oh, I've just got another one. It's a beautiful fish, this one. I don't know how well hooked he is. I was hooked in with a cast up and straight back down the river. Between that, right on the riverbank, between that fallen tree and the riverbank. Just lobbed the cast into there, and this fella grabbed hold of it. So I'm going to slip this one in the net anyway, before he does a head shake and tosses it. Yeah, so there's the total weight of the fish in the net, and my net weighs 410 grams. So take that 410 off there, at least 455 grams. So yeah, beautiful fish. So we're going to let him go now, put him back in the drink. Alright, I'm going to hop out of this little backwater, this side water now. It's that cast up in there between that dead wood there and the river bank. I took that from back there on that, just on the right hand side, on that little rocky outcrop. So a bit of a crosswind, had to be spot on to lob it in there, and I did it first up, so it was good. I was pretty happy with that, and the end result was good too. I did just hook and lose a little brown up in here, and so 4 hookups in this little backwater after 40 odd minutes of fishing without seeing a fish, and I got 3 in about 20 minutes. So yeah, very good. So we're going to head back down here and get out and get into the main stream and work our way back up through there now. And hopefully that fast water there will fish as good as this little side water. Oh, I'm back in the main river. It's the very first cast in that flat water near the river bank. And this lovely brown hare's coming along and grabbed hold of it. Oh, lovely. So just going to continue. I'll be a very happy chappy by the time I finish today. Lovely brown on there, and he's run me in this weed and I can't, there's nothing, I'm going to have to, oh, he's got out of it, beautiful. And, yeah, lovely, 2 of them come out at it, off that other riverbank, just in front of that dead branch there. I brought down a drift and 2 of them come up at it, so I just raised the rod and let this one drop back down, and the better of the 2 grabbed hold of it. So we'll get him in the net and get him off. And as soon as he's in the net, out popped the lure. You can just see the March brown bug there by his head. So I'll get a couple of photos of him and put him back. Alright, he's back in the water. Good thing is that wind has sort of eased again, sort of dropped off. I'm going to stick with the March brown for a while. It's coming very dull. It's supposed to be weather on the way, so hopefully I can get the fishing done before the weather comes in. I've still got probably a kilometre of river to go yet, but it took me nearly 40 minutes to catch that last fish from the one before when I first went back in the main stream. So, but I'll stick with the bug and see how we go. You just cast and drift across the top of the weeds here. Little plump fish. That was off that riverbank where that dead wood was and a couple of rocks in the river. I just lobbed the lure there and started bringing it out and drifted it, and had to keep it on the surface, and he took it straight off the surface. I'll get him off and let him go. That's even half a dozen. It's probably about 4 or 5 more than I was expecting today up here. Alright, he's on his way. Alright, good kick. He's gone. Yeah, so we'll continue on. This river's so hard on the body. These rocks are so slimy, they're rolling underfoot. It certainly knock you around. I can see why, another one of the reasons why I don't really come up here that often nowadays. It's just, yeah, too rough. And the amount of weeds, it's, algae and weeds that's in this river now, it's, yeah, it makes it pretty tough fishing. Right, we fished right up through those rocks, right up down, as far as you can see, right up to here, and all I've had is 2 hit and misses. That's it. So we've just got a little bit more fast water fish here now, a bit round the corner up there, and then I'm heading back to the car. It's uphill to the car and off home. It's now it's time now. Yeah, it's 12:30. So I've had probably around about 3 hours in the river, not quite 3 hours. So yeah, I'm slipping and sliding on this rocky river bottom. I'm totally knackered. So we'll keep on and see how we go. Finally got one. He's pretty little though. He's a little bub. Just look at the size there. I just lift him out there. Look at that. About 7 inches, 6, 7 inches long as that. And I was taking off that other riverbank, just cast and drift, and he took about halfway across. So I'll get the little fella off and put him back in the drink. Right, that's the end of my fast water, and now got to head up through the bush, cross the river again, then head up the hill to the car, up through the scrub, recording of the day. So, see how we go when we cross the river. I'll have a little fish on the way back over the river and see how we go there. 8 trout so far, I suppose. It's a lot better than I expected. Last time I was up here, I think I got about 3, I think. So, and yeah, I suppose when you look at that, it was a pretty good result. Right, it's just on 1 o'clock, or a minute or so before it. I just got out the river. Now I've got to find my way back up to the car from here. This is just so overgrown what it used to be. It's unbelievable. I'm going to have to, if I come back here, I have to find another way, another entrance. This is just getting too tough on the body, find my way in and out. It's hard enough wading the river, letting no bush bashing like I do. Anyway, let's get back to the car and have a nice cold Pepsi and a chocky. Right, well, back at the car. It took me 10 minutes or 12 minutes to get up through that bush and up the hill to the car, and I was sucking air when I got here too. Anyway, the day finished up pretty good with 8 trout all up, which was a lot more than I was expecting. Last time, so I think I fished up here a couple of months back, was only 2 trout, so yeah, with 8 I was happy with that. Hooked and lost 3 others, had a few hit and misses. Yeah, a couple of follows, and yeah, other than that, not a real lot. Yeah, I never saw a real lot of trout. Had the water been lower, it would have been a real battle fishing in there, because that meant the weed would have been raw all over the surface. It was bad enough as it was, but yeah, the biggest fish, 455 grams. It used to be well above that back 4 or 5 years ago. Trout up here was, anything around 600, 700, 800 odd grams a kilo fish up in here, but not anymore. Those days are gone. And no rainbows, which was very disappointing. But yeah, I'm happy how the day turned out, and no fishing tomorrow. The body's body's going to be a bit on the tight side, I think. So anyway, till next time guys, tight lines.